the most anticipated list has finally come out because we don't pursue Eric Chelle, pursue him, make it drop this list, and finally he has dropped this list. The ultimate list, 52-man list, standby preliminary list for the Super Eagles of Nigeria ahead of AFCON 2026 in Morocco, and everywhere don't catch fire. Those who they carry gun, don't carry gun. Who they carry hammer, don't carry hammer. But everybody is ultimately after Eric Chelle's life because of supposed omissions. Now, let's get straight to it. Let me give you the list, and I want to hear what you think about this list, guys. So the list has thrown up very, very interesting point of views, but let me just read it through for you start to finish so that we are going to know where we head from there. For goalkeepers, we have Maduka Okoye, Amas Obasoge, Francis Uzoho, Ebenezer Hakot, Stanley Nwabali, and Adebayo Adeleye. I mean, those are fairly regulars in this setup, and Ebenezer Hakot of Sporting Lagos has basically been in around all of the junior team setups and ultimately got the nod for the home-based Super Eagles at the last CHAN. Yes, the disastrous outing of the home-based Super Eagles. Moving on from there, we go over to the defenders. We have Felix Agu, Zaidu Sanusi, William Trus Ekong Askipo, Ajayi, that's Shemi Ajayi, Bright Osai Samuel, Bruno Onyemechi. We have Chidozie Awazim, Calvin Bassi, Ola Aino, Igo Ogbu just came back from injury too. We have Ryan Alebiosu, recently got cleared to play for Nigeria. We have Adeleke Adekunle, Abia Warriors, and we have Emmanuel Michael. Those are the defenders in our preliminary list for the AFCON. Let's move on from there and give you the midfielders that made this list. As expected, Wilfred Ndidi, Frank Onyeka, Al Hassan Yusuf, Alexander Iwobi, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Rafael Onyedika, Christantus Uche. Surprising, I might say. We have Ebenezer Akinsomiro. We have Tochukwu Nadi, Usman Mohammed. You may not know Usman Mohammed, but that goal that's trending, home-based Eagles versus Atletico Madrid, the dribble, you do someone a million times, that's Usman Mohammed. We have Peter Agba, and then finally Tom Dele Bashir. Remember, I've called Fisayo already. This is the elder brother of Fisayo Dele Bashir that played for Watford for a long time, currently on loan from the English Championship to Turkey. And then for forwards, as expected, just recently dethroned African Player of the Year, Ajamana Lukman, Victor Osimhen, they won just before him. We have Tolu Arokodare, Samuel Chukwueze, Moses Simon, Ako Adam that came in late and has taken a place or a claim to a place in this team. We have Chidera Ejuke making a return to national team football that people did not expect was going to happen. We have Olakule Olusegun, plays in Russia. We have Sadiq Umar, plays in Spain. We have Kelechi Iheanacho doing wonders this season. Taiwo Awoniyi, Victor Boniface, Paul Onuachu, top scorer in the Turkish top flight. We have Terem Murphy. We have Nathan Teller, Cyril Dessers, Abdurrashid Shehu, Rafiu Durosimi. We have Ekesin Okore, Chisom Oji of Warri Wolves, Philip Otele, and Ikwemesi Chibuike, and finally Salim Fago. So now, this list has sent shivers down everybody's spine. There are some notable exclusions from this list. Ibrahim Olawoyin plays in Turkey, attacking midfielder, considering the fact that we have an attacking midfield problem. And then a shocking addition. Chisom Oji and Tom Dele Bashiru, to me, are shocking additions because we have not had the Tom Dele Bashiru discussion around the Super Eagles for a while. And then all of a sudden he gets invited to the preliminary squad. So that's a good one all the same, because our major problem in recent years has been midfield. So if we can fix that problem, we might be able to go the distance this time in this competition. But Chisom Oji of Warri Wolves is another shocking inclusion. I support Warri Wolves 100%. That guy is a dangerous left footer. Yes, but the question everybody has been asking was the MPFL contingency in this list. Are they the best we have and can offer? Because remember, when the CHAN list was drafted, people did not just question the team, and when they were not doing well, the real question was, is this a true reflection of our league vis-a-vis a correct spread of the players of quality that ordinarily could have come in to make this team better? Now, I'm going to do bold calls, right? I'll do bold calls. Eric Chelle is under pressure. Fact, right? No matter who you are, if you're choosing a Super Eagles 28-man list, Not if you're doing 58-man list, you are under pressure because Nigeria has so many players, so many interests, and it doesn't end there. So I understand what Eric Chelle went through to bring this complete list. In short, I make a bold claim that he has a good idea who his own personal final 25 will be, and then the remaining 3 will be wild cards for him. Fact, right? So. Example now, looking at this midfield, if I'm to make a bold call, I know all of our regulars are going to be there. Ndidi will be there, Oyeka will be there, Al Hassan Yusuf will be there, Iwobi, Fisayo Dele Bashiru has to make a return. Rafael Onyedika would also be there. But then the ultimate question now is the position to be contested for. Usman Mohammed, Peter Agba, Tom Dele Bashiru, Tochukwu Nadi, Ebenezer Akinsomiro, and Christantus Uche have to fight for the last remaining 2 slots in midfield. And that's how it goes. If you look at our goalkeeping department, 2 slots are already taken. Stanley Nwabali is there, Maduka Okoye is there. Now, in terms of loyalty, well, the word is not loyalty. In terms of amount of times you've been around the team, if I'm making a bold call, I'll probably say Amas Obasoge will take the last slot to the AFCON. Right? Because if you check number of times that he has been invited over and over again when the teams have been considered in the last 2 years, he's the most consistent face. Now, Francis Uzoho ordinarily has a shout. He's one of the few people in this list that has been an undisputed number 1 for this team before his sad occurrence that made us drop him. You know, if you make mistake for Nigeria, then we know they forgive you life. And you understand? But aside from that, I think the last slot might be taken by Amas Obasoge because he has been around the team for a very, very long time. Now, if I'm to attempt, man, I cannot attempt striking position. But one thing I know for sure is that aside from Victor Osimhen, okay, let me just face number 9, right? Victor Osimhen is guaranteed. Tolu Arokodare is practically still guaranteed, though he faces a challenge for fitness, being that he has not hit top form yet for club. But Tolu Arokodare is pretty much guaranteed. Ako Adams has come in and has made a very, very solid shout for himself to be a part of this team. And it's even easier. It's easier because he's 28. If this was just 23, then we have a problem. Yes, guys, it's 28. CAF will take care of this. Sorry, I saw the number. It's either 25 or 23 that CAF will take care of. But 28 players can go to the AFCON. That's the main reason why I feel there will be a better reward for more of our strikers. But one name that cannot be removed from the striking list, no matter what you guys think, is Paul Onuachu. He's the best performing Nigerian at this moment. Fact. Nobody better. Best performing Nigerian at this moment in terms of club football, Paul Onuachu is definitely going to be at the AFCON for a fact. And then with the way Eric Chelle played Ako Adams the last 2 games, big shout, he's probably going to still be there too. Don't think about Osimhen, he is there permanently. So we now have slots. We now have slots to be fought for a lot. I mean, there's Rafiu, Josimi, Siri Desas, there's Sadiq Umar. Oh my God, there's Kelechi. Guys, we have a lot of, like, the striking position is packed with people. But I have a feeling that Eric Chelle might lean more towards some new faces in striking department, because over time we have had a problem in the absence or injury, in event of absence or injury to Victor Osimhen. So I kind of think he might lean more towards attempting to take a few more new names to see if he can plug that gap. Now, talking about the Victor Osimhen problem, let me just say it now. I think I have pretty much spoken for a very long time, so I want you guys to comment, but let me just drop a personal opinion of mine. Remember, everything in this video is my personal opinion, so let me just drop it once and for all. The problem we have when Victor Osimhen is injured, or Victor Osimhen is not on the pitch, it's not necessarily a number 9 problem. The problem we have is a channel problem. Let me explain. Victor Osimhen is a channel and pressing problem. When Victor is on the pitch, pressing starts from the front, right? There are only 1 or 2 players. In short, probably only 2 players on this list can run non-stop, whether you serve them or not. Victor Osimhen and Siri Desas for top 9, right? Good. So when Osimhen is on the pitch, it's non-stop running. It doesn't end. We keep going, we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. It doesn't end, right? However, when he's not on the pitch, no matter the number 9 you put on that pitch, he's not going to run and run and run. It's not his style. All our other strikers, it's not their style. So we need to have press-resistant number 6s. We need to have a better channel the pressing and press avoidance has to come from the midfield. In the game against DR Congo, right, the problem was they had 2 number 6 on the pitch, and our own midfielders were not particularly press resistant, right, and we could not touch their press resistant number 6s. That was the problem, right? So going into this AFCON, the biggest question that Eric Chelle has to answer in adding new names to Super Eagles list is we need press resistant midfielders. That's the only way. Give us press resistant midfielders and we stand a very good chance of making it the distance at the AFCON. Yes, I'm making that bold call. Nigeria is going to go all the way at the AFCON and make it happen, right? So that's it from my I want to know what you think. Which players do you think are going to make the final 28? If you think Eric Chelle through the craze and some names he jumped from this your list, I'd love to know, guys. Tell me what names are missing, what names should have been there. Let's make it happen together.